I'm in charge.
You're in charge?
I'm the producer here. Come on.
All right, well, we're recording.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're back. It's been a while.
It has. Well,
Wait a minute. What year is it?
It's 2019.
All right, Robin Williams.
Good morning, Vietnam.
That's how we start at every episode like that. Good morning, Carolina.
Yeah, KDX, we're back.
Yes, we are. Anyway, so we haven't recorded since before the holiday breaks, really.
Hope you all had a fun time.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the holidays.
yeah, it was good.
I've enjoyed it since since Christmas because Canes have been good and every team in North Carolina is basically good.
Yes, so we'll talk about that a little bit more later.
Except for getting sick. Other than that, it was good. See, this is why I don't hug people. Because people at work, they tease me because I'm not a hugger. I'm just not a hugger.
You just hate
But
everyone.
You know
We know
no,
this.
I don't. I'm affectionate. I love people, but I just don't. I don't hug people. And you're around all these different relatives that you haven't seen in a while, and you're hugging each other. And next thing you know, I'm sick.
See, I'm like the opposite. I am a hugger.
Yeah, I'm a hugger. I never get sick though. When I do, and if I feel bad and I'm feeling sick, I just sleep it off. Drives people crazy. That I can just wake up
Yeah.
next morning like someone just replaced the batteries.
Oh.
Anyways, you're listening to Revolution Rampage, a hockey podcast.
Wow, what a long intro. I'm Zach.
I'm Omar.
Amanda.
And also with us is
Never mind, she's not here.
Layla.
Amanda's daughter is with
and
us.
Canute's down here as well. My dog.
One of them.
One of my dogs. Anyways, more after this. Okay, so where were we?
We were a long way
People
back.
getting me sick.
All right, so
You know-
let's start off with the Canes.
All right, let's talk about
before the new year. Obviously, we struggled.
Yeah, we got shut out a couple of times before the new year, and that was not good.
Yeah,
We
and we
failed
slid
to
back
score.
a ways.
Yeah, we dropped down. People were, the full tank for Hughes, tank was on. The bus and the bandwagon, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it was not a fun time. I mean, looking back, we lost 4-1 to Detroit, 3-0 to the Penguins,
Oh yeah.
3-1 to the Capitals, 2-0 to the Devils. So that we had one win in that span of 5 games.
And we weren't even the Carolina Hurricanes.
No, we were the Whalers, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But during that whole time, we just looked sluggish. Like we had good moments. We couldn't score, but we had great goaltending the whole time.
Yeah, and we wasted it. We threw it away. McElhaney and Mrazek were incredible.
I'm gonna make a statement and say this is the best goalie tandem that we've had that's consistent since 2006.
You know what's even funny is we got him for what, pennies
Nothing.
on the dime.
We got him for nothing.
I mean, Mrazek, we
got
signed
1-year deal.
1-year deal for Mrazek, and that was really just hey, see if you can prove yourself. He done more than proved himself.
Mrazek,
Yeah, absolutely.
Mrazek, McElhaney. We signed him off of waivers.
Well, yeah, we
from
took him off of
Toronto,
waivers from
and
Toronto. And he
Toronto's
beat-
highly regretting that.
Oh,
yeah,
are
I
you
bet
kidding
they
me?
are. McElhaney is blowing.
It's not even that.
Look at
Toronto's starters are getting hurt.
Yeah.
They have no goalies right now. It's kind of like the same situation Pittsburgh was in early in the year when all their goalies were getting hurt. Now that Murray's back, that's when their streak started.
Yeah, Murray's undefeated. It's ridiculous. But he's made out of glass, though. I don't really perceive that to keep going for long.
Give him. We'll see if he can actually make it to the trade deadline without getting hurt again.
Yeah.
So do you think? And so, I want to say something, right? I made a mistake
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
a couple of episodes ago, maybe more than a couple. I said that we should trade McElhaney to the Panthers in exchange for something because we got him technically for free.
Yeah,
I
you're
take
regretting
that back.
Are you taking it back?
You're regretting that
I'm
one.
regretting that one. I'm taking it back.
All right.
Taking it back. Yeah.
We're keeping Mac.
Yeah,
We
the
gotta
goalie
keep Mac.
situation within this entire organization is absolutely ridiculous. We have Cullum Booth with the Florida Everblades right now.
Or is he with reading? Or
No, yeah, he is with Reading.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We sent him to the ECHL and we sent him to Reading, but he's still by
I
the
honestly
Canes.
thought, here's the thing: if either McElhaney or Mrazek go down, and you need someone, don't touch Ned. I don't think Ned's ready.
I say leave him in the AHL for the rest of this year. And
Don't
then
Don't bring up
maybe
Darling
next year.
Bring up Booth. You could do it. You can bring up Booth for a short minute of time, and I
Yeah.
can tell you right now, no one has footage on Booth.
Mm-hmm.
Booth can easily come in and rock people's worlds for a game or two, go back down. He'd be maybe one of the very few goalies who's played in the ECHL, NHL, and AHL.
Very true. Very true. But, Matt, one night we definitely have to talk about. Whalers Night, December 23rd in Raleigh. It was great. I was watching, but I had a few friends that were there. They said it was a fantastic atmosphere.
Yeah, everything
seemed
seemed to
like
be
it.
fantastic. I think.
Except for the Boston announcers. They were pissed.
Oh yeah, I was Dougie Hamilton wearing number 19. Where's my khakis? I think I left my khakis in my khakis.
It's the New Yorker again.
No, that's Boston.
No, that's your New Yorker coming out being bad at Boston.
True. It's very true.
But yeah, it was a
there was
very
a lot
fun
of
night.
Boston fans who were upset, right?
Yeah, but it was a great night overall.
it was a great night. It was a great heritage.
They even had the
for-
mascot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They went all out. They used the new 3D projection system very well. I think maybe one of the first times they've used it to its full extent, and they use it to project the Halo, the Whalers logo onto the ice
As
at
well
the
as some
beginning of the game.
highlights.
Onto the ice?
Yeah.
Really? I wasn't there for that.
During the pregame, they had some highlights projected on top, and then at the very end, they put the logo.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's
pretty.
impressive. I'm not even mad. So they went all that. They
The jerseys
put
were
up
great.
They put green colors everywhere in the arena. The green and the blue. I'm wearing my Whalers hat right now to
Left mine at home.
kind of emphasize that this was a good game for them.
Oh, and the game in general was a great game.
Yes, the game was amazing. They blew Boston out of the water.
The score 5-3 was not even close to what the game should have been.
Right.
It should have been more of like 7-2. We had a ton of chances and we just couldn't score.
And that comes from Tuukka Rask. Tuukka Rask. But then again, Tuukka Rask gave us one back.
Yeah, that's
When
true.
he tried to clear it. Yeah, when he tried to clear it from behind the net. And
I even
then-
put it on Twitter, shades of game 1, Rob Brindamore.
It's true. So if you ask me, next year, should we do another Whalers night? Yes. Should we do another away Whalers? You know what? Knock yourselves out.
If we do, it needs to be in that, still within that old division.
Right.
So
no.
maybe
it has to stay against Boston. Hey, look, we're gonna
I would
play,
say either Boston or the Rangers. Period. The end.
Look, we're gonna play Boston 3 times a year. No ifs, ends or buts about it, right?
Yeah.
2 of those games being Whalers nights, and if
Wouldn't be a
it
bad
gives
thing.
us wins, I'll take them.
Right.
I mean, when they go up to Boston.
Oh,
to
we're
play-
expecting booze. We are expecting booze.
So here's the thing, right? We're expecting booze because we see the loudest, angriest Hartford Whalers. I would say hardcore fans who are upset at us. But I would put down money that there are people who aren't that hardcore, who aren't that just salty, upset
That'll
for
go to the
something
game.
that happened 2 decades ago. They'll go to the game and be like, man, my Hartford Whalers are back for one night, but I have to go to Boston? I'm down. Let's do this, right? And for maybe the first time in 2 decades, I think that the Carolina Hurricanes will have a louder support base in an opponent's arena
Okay.
Man, that
than
hasn't,
their home.
that hasn't
than
happened since
that-
Atlanta.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That hasn't happened since the Atlanta Thrashers were there. And I mean, back in the day, we used to actually have a great following at the Florida Panthers.
And I'm all for it. You know why? Because how many Boston fans come down here and annoy the heck out of us?
Oh, massive. I'm actually writing an article right now about that. It's bad. It has bad things and it has good things, and I'll get that out soon enough.
And I think there's a lot of things that new administration in the Carolina Hurricanes are doing right. Whalers Night was definitely one of them. Letting the players have their fun, definitely another one.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of this whole fun thing.
This whole fun thing is amazing. People are loving it. And what's funny is every time somebody complains about it,
It gets even better.
it gets even better because people. It's just all they're
It just
doing is
backfires.
drawing more attention to it. The fact that Brian Burke went out of his way just drew so much attention to it, and people who are like, "Wow, this is happening in my town.
Yeah.
I want to go." This is why, even though the Canes were 2 games below 500 for the first time since 2016, we haven't been this bad. Funny enough, since 2016. We're at forever 500s since then. We're 1 game over 500 now. We can go further. But we are killing it in attendance. We are no longer in the bottom 3.
I think we're in like 19th now or something like that.
No, not that far up high, but
We're still in the 20s.
we're better.
That's
Okay,
good.
there's 3 teams worse than us, and then we're about to beat Ottawa. Ottawa, a Canadian team.
Well, remember, Ottawa has had rumors of relocation for a few years now.
Well, yeah, but then again, Ottawa's. But still, it's a Canadian team,
Yeah, that
and
is
we're a
Yeah.
Southern
entirely
team.
true.
We're a Southern U.S. team.
Yeah,
We
not
are
even a
one of
US
the
team, just
teams.
a Southern U.S. team,
Right,
where it's
so-
just not.
You know,
Bedman
That's
hates.
big.
Bedman loves us, but everybody who's a hardcore fan hates us.
Okay.
let them hate. We're gonna have
Let
fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun. And here's the thing: we can't let that hate get to us. We're gonna have fun. So let us have our fun.
Right.
All right, so
And
we
you-
we
oh.
got through all that stuff, but one thing now is we got to keep it. We got to keep these fans. Last night's game had almost 16,000 fans, and that's 2,000, almost 2,000 shy of complete sellout.
We had a complete sell New Year's Eve.
We had
I
a complete
think.
sellout New Year's Eve.
At
and
least the
Whalers
lower
night.
bowl. At least the lower bowl was completely sold out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to realize that a sellout counts for all tickets sold, not rear ends and seats.
Not what?
Rear ends and butts and seats.
Oh. I was like, what?
So a sellout really. So even though there are still tickets to buy on the market,
Yeah.
as long as they're not, but they're usually like, some season ticket member can't make it to the game, and he's selling
usually a
tickets.
resale.
Yeah, so resales don't count.
Ticketmaster, we love you.
No,
Yeah, so
we
And
don't.
SeatGeek.
So yeah, I went in to look at the New Year's Eve, complete sold out lower bowl.
Yeah.
There were a couple of seats available.
I mean, I had 2 tickets I couldn't give away.
There's
I
that.
Yeah, I was out of town. He was out of town. None of us.
Yeah.
were
I was
there.
flying back
I mean, I had it all
in.
over
My
Twitter, Facebook.
my
get
flights
these
got
tickets.
delayed. I got into a fight. I was got kicked off a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, leave it to you.
But
So this is what happens when you start off and you get racially profiled, right? It just people get upset.
Yeah. Well, before we get too far away from the whole Whalers thing, I just want to say, look, I know I was poo-poo on the Whaler thing, but you know what? I am not somebody that's going to poo-poo on fun. So I like the fact that it brought in a lot of people. I like the fact that people really seem to enjoy it. And, maybe I'll get used to it, but it's just like, for me, it just wasn't a big thing, but I see it is a big thing to a lot of other people. So I'm going to embrace it and say, hey, that's great.
If nothing else, here's what I got to say about this. Even if you're completely against, looking back at the Whaler Heritage, it's our team now. Whalers can, they spat on us for so many years. Whatever. We're taking their money.
Money.
All right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. That money is how we're going to pay Aho.
Yeah.
That money
And Teravainen.
is how we're going to
Yeah.
pay Svechnikov. That money is how we're going to pay for off-season.
Oh, we got
Free
the cap
agency.
space for it. We just need to do it.
Yeah, and yeah, we've got plenty of cap space, especially with Darlin sitting down in the AHL. I don't know how or what we're going to do with Darling. That's a conversation for maybe another episode.
It is.
Yeah, but for now, let's reminisce and enjoy kind of what we've got going on.
Let's reminisce and enjoy this 3-game win.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the last word.
Yeah. Well,
Don't-
and
don't
part
say
of
that
it
word.
was the fact that, okay, so I moved to North Carolina this year will be my 11th year.
Woo!
And so, and then I had so much going on in my life, and then I got back into hockey and became a Carolina Hurricanes fan. So,
And now you're on a Canes podcast.
and now I'm on a Canes podcast. How times have changed. So maybe I just didn't really grasp the whole Whalers Hurricane thing, nostalgia of it, because
Right.
it's something that's new to me. So
But here's the thing
Maybe
about the
that's why I didn't
Whalers thing.
appreciate it.
Had the Whalers stayed in Hartford, they wouldn't have that power of nostalgia or that power, any of that power, because they were known as the Forever 500s. The coolest thing about the Whalers,
They won
was-
one division championship. One.
Yeah, but the coolest thing about the Whalers was really their logo.
That's literally the only thing that was good
Their
about 'em.
aesthetics. Their aesthetics were amazing. But Peter Carmanos was so upset with how the city of Hartford treated him that he saw it as unfair.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so he took all that by the wayside. I mean, if you look at why, Carolina Hurricanes are called the Hurricanes, is just because when he came down, like a hurricane just hit the Carolinas, and they went, okay. I mean, I don't think he put a lot of thought into, he just wanted to just get away from the Hartford Whaler thing, and I think
The Carolina Whalers, yeah, that doesn't sound good.
I mean, you could have called them the Raleigh Whalers.
oh,
Nah.
well,
Carolina
that would be too
Cougars.
central though. They want to represent like the entire state.
Carolina Cougars.
Right, and the Carolina is just because you got to realize that while most places have like, a metropolitan area that hosts around 7 to 8 to 9 million people, the entire state of Carolina has 10, 11 at most.
And the Charlotte area around Charlotte has about 2 million of that. Raleigh has around 1 million of that. Then you have another 7 just spread out between here, Winston-Salem, Wilmington, Greensboro, Burlington, you name it. We're
Right.
a very spread out state,
It's a very undense, I guess,
which is why we have so many hockey
dense,
teams.
Populated.
Just say spread out.
Spread out. Words are hard.
It's that urban sprawl, baby. And that's why we have so many hockey teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What does that sound?
Doggy wants out.
Doggy wants out.
That goes out.
And that's a good transition to the Canes currently actually winning.
Yeah, so Canes aren't the only Carolina team winning, but we'll get to that here in a
Oh,
second.
we will definitely get to that. But, hey, Canes, 3 wins so far from New Year's Eve to the new year.
Yes. And those wins are solid wins. They're not...
Even though 2 of them are against Philly.
Still.
Still, they were quality wins versus Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then I think the best thing that's happened to us is that we got to play Philly back to back.
And that was actually
Yeah,
the first
that
2
was
times
pretty
we played
cool.
them this year.
Yes, and we played
This year.
because we play our division rivals 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
We play our division rivals 4 times, so
Does that mean we get to beat up on them 2 more times?
yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
So shock 4 more points
What was
into
going on
the
with
run.
Simmons? So when we were in Philly,
Wayne
it
was
started.
angry.
They were starting. So Simmons and
You talking about Bill Simmons?
Simmons.
Wayne Simmons.
It was him and I believe it was
Martinook.
Martinook.
Martinook, right? They were like, and then
Martinook was not
Well,
having it.
Martinook gave him a good hit in the game
And then Wayne went after him.
in Raleigh.
Okay,
So Martinook shook him up a bit, and Wayne's like, "You think I forgot about that? Come here." And
Right.
they tried to go at it for a bit, and then but cooled him down though is the refs saw that and put him in the box.
and he should have.
And then he
because
slammed
it was
his
such
stick.
a cheap shot. But he wasn't even focused on the game. He went straight for him, and I was just like, "Come on, man."
That's what
He's like,
happens.
I'm like, go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead. It's not like Martinook is our most threatening offensive player. He's a really good offensive player.
He'll still punch the heck out of you.
He's not our most threatening one when it comes to attacking the net and scoring goals, but he is our threatening one when it comes to putting down the
Yeah.
gloves. Like, you want to go after Martinook?
You
Go ahead.
There
Go
are
ahead.
okay. The 5 people.
It's like
you-
going after Furlan. Like,
yeah,
Right.
no, there are 5 people on this team that actually fight, and that's something we haven't had in a while. We haven't had very good physical fighters.
Mm-hmm.
We have Brock McGinn. He will fight you.
you mean Thor Brockinson?
Mm-hmm. Thor
That was so
Brockinson.
awesome.
Thor Brockinson. We will get back to that one.
Yeah.
Furlan, He's already fought this year, and it was a
I mean,
great
Furlan will
fight.
put you in your grave.
Hamilton, you do not mess with Hamilton.
I don't know if Hamilton's a physical player to lay down hits. I don't know if he'll fight you, but he'll hit you.
Martinook, do not mess with
Yeah,
him.
Yeah,
Mess with
Martinook and his amazing mustache.
Furlan was the PK one, right?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was him
That was
arguing.
him.
Oh,
That was
fun.
him. And the newest addition to the Canes, Greg McKegg. Do not mess with him.
Do you know who else is physical? And who else can get more and more dangerous?
Hmm.
You won't believe me if I say it.
Thor.
Andrei
Yeah, he's getting a little feisty.
He is. And the thing is,
But
he's
you know
not
what?
a
Aho's
small
getting
kid.
a little feisty too.
But yeah, but
Feisty.
feisty. Words are hard. I've been
Words
telling you this
are
all
hard.
episode. So here's the thing.
I'm waiting. I am waiting
Okay.
for the first time Spetch drops.
Well, he's not going to drop gloves, but he'll hit you.
No, he will.
I mean,
I'm calling right now.
He
He will.
put the well, who on the Detroit line did he put it right? He put him right back. He's like, take a seat. He put him right back in his bench. And what's funny is that it came like 2 games after Furlan.
Somebody said something.
After
What?
Furlan,
Somebody said something. We can't see it
we
though.
can't see. You're
It's
too
so
far
far
away.
That's
Hi,
why I
thanks
have
for
my
saying
phone.
Something. We'll address it later.
Yeah. Anyways, so Furlan, I think Furlan put someone in the into the bench. Game 4 and Svechnikov was in the bench. You see pictures like, oh my god, that was awesome. And I think what was running through his head is, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do that.
And he went and he did it like 2 games later against.
That looks like fun.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that was amazeballs.
Yes. Svechnikov is getting heated up. I love that.
Yes.
Aho is just on fire.
Yes.
Okay, so one of the things that people have brought up is that Aho finishes a play. He never gives up on a play no matter what. So last night against Columbus,
Columbus.
the game's over. The game's over before he scored that goal. All right, it's 8 seconds left. But he saw that puck heading towards the net, and he's just like, no, I'm not going to just like, no, I'm finishing this.
That's right.
Finish him.
And like, I'm not leaving anything to chance. And he finishes it off the empty netter in beautiful fashion.
I think he would have. I think it would have gone in whether he touched it or not.
Oh, it would have, but there was a slight chance Columbus could have gotten there. He just puts on the skates and he just skates all the way down.
So now we have it. Zach's got the live cast up. So if you do say something and want to say, or
I will
want
actually
to
be
say
able to
something
see
again,
it.
We'll actually be able to see it. So
All right.
chat away because we will address it.
All right. So Canes, great so far.
Great so far.
Charlotte, still great.
Charlotte's been crushing it. Charlotte's like, Felicia's like, who do you want to take? You want to take my best offensive players? Don't worry, I can score anyways. Give me a lacrosse player. I'll turn him into a great hockey player. I don't know why he's got that accent. But with a name like Vellucci, I think he has that accent. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? But hey, Charlotte, they are the best team in the AHL right now by 5 points clear. I don't see them stopping. They are fantastic. The fans are getting engaged. The players know what they're doing. They have great coaching. They should be
And this is what I'm saying.
runner for the Calder Cup this year.
Definitely. So here's what I got to say about everyone who says, well, looks, we should tank, we should trade away and pick up more prospects. More prospects? Where are we going to put them?
Right.
The Florida Everblades, they made it to their championship last year. Charlotte, they're looking like they're going to make it this year.
Do you know
We
who
don't have anywhere to put them.
Do you know who the top prospect across all the pipelines is with the concept of ability to play in the NHL?
Us.
No, the one name, the one prospect.
Oh, the one.
Kukkonen.
Nope.
Ooh.
He plays in the NCAA.
Oh, Foxy.
Adam Fox.
Adam
Our
Fox.
man from Harvard, isn't it?
Boston College, I think.
No, I think it's Harvard.
Could be Harvard, yeah.
It's in Boston.
It's one of
Close
those.
enough, eh?
New England.
I'm pretty sure it's Harvard. The dude is smart, and the dude is playing.
He's a defenseman, and he's like averaging like 2 points a game.
I believe he's tied for the highest point total in all of NCAA hockey.
He's amazing. The only problem, he's not signed.
He is not at the moment. The Canes
Yet.
will sign him.
I think he's holding off. I think he knows his value, right? And I think he's holding off. He wants to be on a team that's going to win a championship. We got to prove that this is where players want to be, which is a great transition for me, really, to talk into how the fun helps that.
Oh, it really does because it makes it a player's team.
Right, and it's there's nowhere, you talk about all the other teams and how they're like, no fun. You want to play Fortnite? No.
Oh, thank you, Vancouver.
Right, and the question comes, Vancouver's doing somewhat decently now, so they're like, well, it's paying off, obviously. It's like, but as a young, talented player, do I want to go to Vancouver and be under that kind of strict lines, or do I want to go to Carolina and like, man, I want to have fun. Mm-hmm. This is hockey, right? These guys have been playing since they were toddlers.
5.
Some of these guys learn to skate before they can walk, and quite honestly, they're kids.
Yeah. So
I mean,
Svechnikov
is 18.
Yeah, Svech is 18. Like, they want to have fun. Let the kids have fun. Let the kids play.
yeah.
It's a game. Let them play. Well, they got to be professional. They're earning millions of dollars, and
There's a difference between being professional and being a buzzkill.
right. And here's the thing, though. If you look at the other sports, they're all figuring it out. Football's starting to allow more celebration.
Oh, you want to look at
Football.
a league that knows how to have fun? Watch the Canadian Football League. They have celebrations there that are unfreaking believable.
It's true. Even baseball, like the one place where corporatism and professionalism has gone very far, and maybe one of the most corporate and professional teams in that sport is the Yankees. You can't even have a beard on the Yankees. You're only allowed like a trim mustache kind of thing. You gotta travel back and forth in a suit. The Yankees are very corporate and professionals. Yet each player has got his own little thing, right? Like Didi Gregorius had his whole, finger rub thing he does with after home run. Like, everyone's got a little tweak thing. They one of their kind of their minor league, major league kind of go back and forth players. Torres, I think he got traded, but he would walk around with a milk carton or something and over his head. Whenever someone hit a home run, he'd go back to the dugout. He'd pretend like he's interviewing him. They dubbed it because his name is Torres. They dubbed it the Toe Night Show.
Okay.
And this is the Yankees, and they're having fun.
That's good.
So why
That's
not
good.
allow hockey players to have fun?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole thing in general has gone so overblown. It's ridiculous when it comes to the whole, is it fun, is it not, what crosses the line. Just let them go.
Let the kids have fun.
All
Brian Burke, I'm sorry. All the people on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. What is
Quit
this?
being
This
a
is
hater.
What are the words used? Cringy, unprofessional. Oh, you're saying, I'm sorry, but you took time out of your day to say this.
Right.
You saw a bunch of people having fun, and you said, I don't like this. I need to put a stop to it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say something. I am going to respond to this tweet, and I'm going to say something. They'll listen. They'll listen to me. Really? Like, what exactly are you trying to do here?
And then Tom Dunn comes up and is like, well,
Best one yet.
I don't care.
Oh, my favorite one was okay. So I gotta bring this up. We're going back to the Whalers game.
Oh, no.
So somebody dropped an F-bomb on Simmons, Bill Simmons, William Simmons, some sportscaster.
The Boston guy ranting about the
No.
number 19.
He was like some NBA, somebody who's not even like in a hockey position, but he's got a lot of influence in the sports world. He drops an F-bomb on a picture of Aho and Teravainen in the Whalers green saying, and the Carolina Hurricanes saying, looking good.
Okay.
He just straight up says, bleep you on there. Carolina Hurricanes respond in the greatest way possible. They said, bless your heart, Bill. Have a happy holiday.
Such a southern way.
Such a southern thing to say. I love whoever's doing the Canes Twitter. It is.
Okay,
They
if you-
are fantastic.
That would be our boy
Kane's
Dan.
Twitter.
That would be our boy Dan.
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 You're listening here.
Dan.
I
Tweets
really
by
hope you're
Dano.
listening here.
Dan.
You're awesome. We love you.
You
We
are.
would love to
Keep
work
up.
with you.
Keep up the good work because you're putting haters in the ground and you're spreading the joy of hockey
I love
in
how
Carolina.
interactive with the fans he is, which I just think that's great.
Oh, they
Right?
reply to like almost everything.
Right.
And they reply professional, not.
Well, they're
I
not
I
like
hate to
Wendy's where
use
they
the
try to
word-
rip on everybody.
I hate to say the word professionally, but they reply in the manner that can only be responded to with love.
Right. They're great.
Speaking of which, yesterday I found out was National Roast Day, and everybody was tweeting at Wendy's, "Hey, fire your best at us. We didn't get anything."
Yeah.
I guess we're not cool enough. We don't have enough followers. So if you're listening, follow us on Twitter. What are you doing? Go on Twitter right now.
We're almost at 400
Look
followers.
up
That's
Revolution
awesome.
Rampage podcast. Hit the follow button. If you don't have a Twitter, you're missing out on great content.
Yeah, because I do it.
Yeah.
You're missing out on great content. Not just our content, the Carolina Hurricanes content on there.
NWHL.
Shout out to some of the-
NWHL, yeah.
NWHL. Shout out to some of the best like Canes Twitter personalities out there. Of course, shout out to Section 328. If you guys don't listen to their podcast,
Oh,
you should.
yeah. They
their
love
stuff
us.
Their stuff is good. They're a little bit more professional than us. Also,
Well, they've been around longer than we
they have been around longer than us, and also their beer reviews are pretty good.
Phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
So shout out to those guys. Shout out to guys like Hurricanes Analytics. He always coming up with
Hockey
on
in
the
North
spot.
Carolina.
Oh yeah, Hockey in North Carolina. Really trying to bring more of the spirit to North Carolina hockey. Guys like Ombudsman out there. His stuff is a little raw and a little interesting, but once you get used to it, it's actually funny.
Shout out to the Fayetteville Marksmen for tagging us in like every tweet they do.
That's
Hey, their stuff's good though. I'll take it.
I'll
Marksman
I'll
hockey's
take
doing
it.
really good, and so they're really proud of that.
They're doing really good. They have 4 wins since the new year.
right consecutive wins, not like 4 wins total. Like
Yeah, they have 4 consecutive wins, and they're starting to gain a little steam in the CPHL.
SPHL.
SPHL, not CPHL. That's a different league. But possibly the hottest team in the state is the Carolina Thunderbirds. They have not lost a game this season. They are 10-0-0. They have won 12 consecutive games dating back to last season.
It's true.
I mean, you can't get much better than that.
You can't.
But granted, they are a lower league, but it is still entertaining as heck. If you're in Winston-Salem, go to a game. They are fun.
Yes. Yes. So shout out to every hockey organization within the state. Lady Hurricanes out there as well doing good stuff.
Hurricane sled hockey.
Hurricane sled hockey especially. I mean for them it's just not just about hockey and the sport. It's a Wounded Warrior community, bringing them together. All these people that if you told them in their lifetime, hey, we want you to be an athlete, they look at you like Forrest Gump. Like, I don't got no legs, but in all reality,
Lieutenant Dan.
in all reality, these guys they do amazing work, and
They're amazing guys.
The amount of the spirit. If you haven't heard our podcast from last season where we interviewed,
We're going to
some
try
of
to
the
do it
guys
again.
from the Carolina Hurricanes sled hockey team, and how much it means to them to play a sport like hockey, where they can get physical and they can play, then please go back and listen to that. It's worth a listen.
All right, so we got that out of the way. Now let's move on to the opposite side of the gender pool with the women's in the NWHL.
You really have got to feed me in a little bit better than that.
I'm working on it.
Standing at 100.
Okay.
Going to the fastest growing professional sports league in the USA is the NWHL on Twitter. Seriously, they're on Twitter though.
They are.
true.
Sometimes they do YouTube, but mostly it's live Twitter. Like right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's another reason you guys should be on Twitter if you're not already on Twitter.
Oh, well, I guess the game's over. But there was a Boston Buttes game. Unfortunately, the Buttes were winning, but, anyway.
Wow, such bias.
And then hockey happens. Hockey happens.
Yeah, Buttes is kind of low on my favorites. But
Actually, that's going to be my new catchphrase. Hockey happens.
hockey happens. So the biggest news right now, there was a little bit of a trade thing happening, more of an acquirement. The Riveters acquired. I'm so bad at his name. Saruko.
Let me try this.
Well, I wrote it as it's pronounced. So.
Is that an N?
I don't know. So anyway,
Siricano?
no,
Siricano.
I'm so ashamed.
Sarukuno.
I know that name.
Don't be ashamed. We
But,
still love you.
It took me a while to nail Nedeljkovic.
Nedeljkovic.
And-
Hey, Ned, if we come to Charlotte, we want an autograph, please.
Yes, Ned.
But we'll get to that in a minute.
We love you.
But they got her from the Connecticut Whale. The big thing with that is they now have 4 goalies on their roster.
What? Wait, what? 4?
Right. 4.
That's why you have
Kane's-
2 nets.
Kane Panther used to 3, not 4.
I mean 4. So what are you gonna do with 4? And it's just kind of
You turn one
You
into
put
a
one in the
defenseman.
other net and you let
right. You play against yourself. I don't know. So typically the NWHL rolls with 3, but now they have 4. I don't know if they're planning on doing something later, but it's just that's the big news right now. But
Well, until your famous trip.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a lot with the
Latest
with the trips
news
and
is
stuff.
that the Wild have defeated the Ottawa Senators. Now, the Senators played today. That means tomorrow's the second back-to-back. So let's hope they don't come in mad.
Maybe.
Or actually, well, they're back-to-back at home. So let's hope we don't go there. They're mad.
Yeah.
Canada.
All right, back with the NWHL. What's the standings look like?
and
I'm kidding. We got.
What
you,
are the
but
standings?
Things are looking good there, though.
All right, you know what? Forget
Things are
things.
good.
Talk to us about the All-Star game.
the All-Star game. Okay, hold on.
And we're not talking about the NHL All-Star game, which we will.
Sorokina.
Get back to
Sorokina?
Words are so hard.
These names. This back one.
Wow, these are
really
really hard names.
I'm
I'm actually
telling
looking
you.
at this. These
Look
are
at the-
really hard
These are
names.
hard names.
We're-
Well, first
We
of
are
all,
so unprepared.
yeah, we really gotta
Maria-
go over this stuff first.
So yeah, it is Sorokina.
Sorokin?
Sorokina.
I don't know.
It looks right. Yeah.
So bad.
You're not Minter.
but
You're fine.
not-
You don't
but
have to
you're
sit
right.
down with a bottle of whiskey every night.
Hey, but Minter
And-
actually asked for the phonetic spelling.
Yeah, he actually gets it. Like, and listen, he sits there all night
Oh my!
and practices.
You weren't kidding though. There's so many goalies.
There's 4 goalies. What are you gonna do with 4 goalies?
You turn one into a defenseman.
Well, they're talking about starting the.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
That's
And
not how
technically,
any of
they'd be
this works.
defense women,
Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing: you put them
or
out,
just
you,
say defender.
Hey, you just put them out there in their goalie pads and be like, "Yeah, you're on defense."
Hey, there's certain times where there's, say what you will about the Carolina Hurricanes. There are certain teams out there whose goalies just leave the net and like go wandering from time to time. Holtby does that. That one game where Holtby's just like,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go to the blue line now.
So in the standings, the Boston Pride is number 1. Well, they're technically tied with the Minnesota Whitecaps, but game wise, they're number 1, which is really cool because Alyssa Gallardi. See words. Alyssa
Word.
Gallardi from
Tell you,
here
English is a difficult
is
language.
on Boston, so that makes me happy.
Ooh.
And the Whitecaps, this is their first season with the NWHL, so that's pretty cool. And then we've got and they're 14 points.
What about your favorite team?
My favorite? they are currently last with 4 points, just below the Connecticut Whale and then the Buffalo Buttes.
Whale.
So
You got to feed on that
there's a lot of
nostalgia,
things
man.
going on with the Riveters. They acquired a new coach, which nobody is really seems to be very happy with. Which I'm not happy with either. They're kind of calling for him to go away. But he came in at the very, very beginning, like the last minute of the season. He didn't even know his names his players' names, and then he's doing a lot of changes and it's not working out well. So a lot of people are calling for him to go away.
I just realized something. I realized they called it the Connecticut Whale because if the Whalers ever came back, it would kill them off.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whalers kill the whale.
Yeah, that's what Whalers do.
And then after they're dead, they become the Dead Whales from North Carolina FC.
Ooh, Dead Whale Society. Shout out.
But that's all I got right now, basically.
Yeah, but what about
We got
that
some games
All-Star
coming up.
game, though? Are you ready for that?
I am so ready for that. We got our tickets. We're going to be hanging out with the Black Girl Hockey Club folks.
Woot, woot.
And the Preds actually kind of made a little deal and gave them a little section. And so we're all going to be sitting in the
Supporter
same
section. What?
It's really cool. And,
So
we've
for the
got-
people who don't know, when is it?
It is February 9th and 10th. The 9th is the Skills Challenge, which I have an extra ticket for if anybody's interested. And
Extra ticket.
then Sunday they're doing a doubleheader back-to-back Preds, and then you stay for the NWHL. But you don't have to go to the Preds game. You can just go.
So here's
It's a
For the
2-for-1.
So here's another question. What are the Black Girl Hockey Club, right?
Black Girl Hockey Club. It's kind of, it's a lady who kind of put a little organization together, and she has gotten very, very popular in just bringing attention to the fact that there are Black women hockey fans. And I did write that little piece, kind of, just kind of explaining my side of things and how I think about it. And, the sport is. I didn't think it was officially considered a white sport. I thought of it more geographically, the fact that it comes from the north, and there seems to be more white people when it's colder. But but they do face a racial bias,
Definitely.
and they have definitely had to fight the stigma, not only from other races, but their own as well, which
Including your favorite player, PK Subban.
PK Subban. And he's just one of many now, which is awesome. And
I can name so many off the top of my head.
Right, yeah.
Dustin
I
McLaughlin.
can only think of like 5 at the moment. 'cause-
and it's
you
not
got
just black
plenty.
either. It's other races as well. And
Right.
they're doing this whole hockey is for everyone, but for some people it just doesn't feel that way. So when you have something like the Black Girl Hockey Club, it brings attention to people who go, hey, you know what, there is a place for me here, and it's just a way to support it. We should be supporting each other as women as well, but we should be supporting each other as a diverse unit and really make that hockey is for everyone a real thing, so that everybody feels it.
And I
That was a
have
great
something to
PSA.
say,
Yeah.
but I have something to say against people who well, hockey should be strictly this or strictly like. Why?
Well, it should
Let's
be.
make more fans. It's
Tear
not just
down
about
the wall.
Yeah.
It's not just about where's the stop? Like, we used to be better. Like, we used to be so much better. Women's hockey is exciting to watch. They have a different style that the men just can't do because we're busy hitting each other.
Well, they do too. It's just not as often.
Right, but we get I can't tell you how many times I hear someone complain, "Oh, this player's soft." What's that mean? Like, what are you trying to say? He doesn't hit people enough. Like, what's that have to do with the game? I mean, I get it, but like, well, I saw, they didn't do anything after they ran into Mrazek a couple times and they didn't do anything. Like, okay.
Oh, he wanted to.
Like, I get it, but do you waste time getting into an argument or a fight with another player, or getting into some sort of altercation, or do you take the puck down and score? Like, what's a bigger statement? I think the women's hockey's figured that out sooner than the men's.
If you look at
They're more
every
for skill.
women's league in the U.S., the WNBA, clearly a different style than the regular NBA. There's less dunking and more technical skill. If you look at the NWSL, which has a major impact in North Carolina, we have the NWSL champions in North Carolina with the North Carolina Courage.
Yep.
Their skill level, especially in the United States, is amazing. We've won, 3 World Cups in women's soccer?
Yes.
And now with women's hockey starting to actually progress further into their own league, we'll see the fan bases just pop up out of nowhere. Like
I want to see that because women's sports has a different style that should be celebrated.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are like, well, you know, I get it. No,
I'm
there
still
should be
waiting
a
on
men's
professional
only,
softball.
a women's only, and if people want a mixed gender, why not?
I
But
think
for
that'd be
now,
great.
there's two different styles. They should be each celebrated. I get it that the men's has been around longer and that people seem to enjoy that more because it's what they know. But if you give it a chance, women's hockey is extremely exciting, and you don't have to go far to find some of the best examples. Go to the Olympics. That was a thrilling finish. And I've said
check
this
out the
before.
World Juniors tonight.
Well, that's men's, but
That's men's, but still check it out. It's
And we've
USA.
got, you know,
USA.
yes,
Really
we'll get
good.
into that in a second here.
Local female talent too.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In hockey.
And you know, support the ladies, guys and gals.
We had two from Cary. One was the U.S. and one was South Korea. No, it was
Korea.
Korea
It was
because it was the
Korea.
United team.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that you actually had two Olympians in the Raleigh area
Yeah.
for two different countries,
And they were
Yes.
sisters.
and they were sisters.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes,
We need to get these girls at the hockey games. Come on, people.
They come out. They
They
come out.
occasionally.
They
yeah.
come out.
Alyssa was just here recently.
They come out, and
she came home for the holidays and did a girls' clinic, and she also went to the. I think she was at the Whalers game because she had posted a picture saying that Connecticut and Boston were going to play again soon, which not today, but they were going to play
Soon
last
enough.
weekend.
Soon
they
enough.
played
So
last
there's a
weekend.
lot of fun and enjoyment that we had at all hockey games.
Yes.
Well, now we got to get excited for what's coming up.
So what's coming up?
Ooh, we got a lot of hockey. First of all,
All right,
Ottawa.
before we get into Ottawa tonight,
Tonight.
Oh yeah,
Team USA versus
USA.
Team Finland in the under 18 World Junior Championship.
of the world. And so many people are pissed about Canada losing the quarterfinals to Finland.
Womp womp. Finland's good.
Hey,
Finland's good.
shout
we
out
beat
to
them
the-
already once.
shout out to the Hurricane. Shout out to the Hurricanes Martiniches for being on the Czech team. They lost to the U.S. in the quarterfinals.
Yes, they did. But guess what? Carolina Hurricanes still have a player playing tonight.
Who is it?
Jack Drury.
Yeah,
Of course, he's a fourth liner right now, but
still there.
he's there, right? And that does amazing things to confidence and boost. Martin H.S. was appointed as captain for the
Second
Czech
time
team.
that's happened.
Second time it's happened. Wearing the C, so much confidence. It's an amazingly good idea to have sent him to the World Juniors. Philip Zadina of the Red Wings was also. Is it Philip Zadina?
Yeah.
Was also there. There's a lot of good things that come out of World Junior Hockey. I enjoy watching those kids.
Is that on NHL Network tonight?
Yes.
All right. So if you're not able to, we'll try to keep you up to date on Twitter.
Yeah, it's and you'll see highlights and reviews of it. Oh, it might actually be on NBC.
We'll
Sports
find out.
Network.
8 o'clock
fi-
tonight.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's 8 o'clock tonight. If you don't have the app, and the app is a great way to keep up. There's the International Hockey app, and it lets you keep up with the various men's and women's international hockey events and tournaments.
That's great.
All right.
Well, we didn't talk about the most recent games. Before we get to our future games, we
The
didn't
3
talk about
wins.
just what happened. We
We touched on
We
it,
touched
but,
on
but
it.
I
Okay.
know you got more to say. So let's
What do you
hear
got?
it.
What do you got?
Well, I was a little concerned when they did the back to back. They did away and then they came home and they were playing the Blue Jackets, which I thought and they're a pretty good team. So I was admittedly a little nervous. Last
Right.
night.
So the Blue Jackets hadn't played since the 31st.
That's true. That's true.
And they were waiting.
They were waiting for us in Raleigh, and it's what they call a sludge game, right? Where one
Right.
team's got plenty of rest and the other team just played the last night. So I was asked to speak with one of the writers who writes for the Columbus Blue Jackets and give my ideas and concepts for the game. And I'm gonna tell you what I told him before the game.
Okay.
Columbus had plenty of rest.
Mm-hmm.
True. However, Hurricanes have worked out their kinks. Yes, they played the night before.
Mm-hmm.
But to them, because of how quickly everything moves when you travel. It's like going right back in the ice. It's the fourth period.
Right.
Right. So these kids are ready. That's why you rolled out with the same lineup. You've got McElhaney in net. He's had to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that only happens because Mrazek has been great.
Right. Mrazek was great. These kids are finally getting the confidence, right? They lit up the Flyers. They lit up.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Flyers again.
Well,
Again.
the little comeback in the third period scared the heck out of all of us.
Right, and
Yeah.
they did the same thing
Yeah.
again last night, but they closed the door. Did it again last night.
Yep.
But here's what I told the gentleman from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Once, the hardest part of the game for the Columbus Blue Jackets is to get the first one. That first goal is going to be the hardest thing they do because it'll be a matter of immovable object versus unstoppable force. The immovable object being our defense. At defense, that McElhaney plays amazingly behind. The defense that stifles the offense so much that they can only get their best shots through.
Right.
Now, that doesn't work for a goaltender like Scott Darling, but McElhaney, Stonewall.
flashing that
Right,
glove
right.
high glove
he's
side.
okay with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He likes to see the
I'm
hard
really glad
shots.
they put McElhaney in last night.
He likes to see
I
the
was
hard
happy to
shots.
See that.
And another
knew
one in
Mac-
the black jersey.
I knew Mac was going to be in there. Again, the power in the black jerseys was back.
Yeah.
I knew that once Ferland, Teravainen, whoever got that first goal, it was going to be a matter of playing catch up for Columbus. And lo and behold, it happened. Not only that, I went as far to predict a 4-2 win.
Ooh.
Well done.
Yeah. I had
And that happened.
I had to work last night. I saw a little bit of the beginning. The bonus of working in a hockey rink. I mean, a ice rink is the fact that I get to watch hockey. But we were really, really busy. So by the time it slowed down for me to look at the TV again, they were doing the storm surge, which was a fantastic storm surge.
That was a great storm surge.
Hail
I missed a
Asgard!
lot
For North Carolina.
That was great. And I'm loving the energy right now at the arena.
Yeah, so a lot of people are wondering, right? Where do the ideas for these storm surges happen? Is it dictated top down? No, right? That
And who
concept
gets
of
the
storm
lead?
surge. Let's put this to bed
It's
for
just
all
a
our
random
listeners.
thing the players come up with.
Right. So here's the thing. Justin Williams was when we started it. He says, "I want more than just a stick tap." So he started the clap, right? And then and you gotta realize if you watch the first time, the people in the arena didn't know what was going on.
No.
Justin Williams just started it, and the players rolled with it, and it evolved. It's now become our own tradition thanks to the captain. The second part of it is like, so where do they come up with these ideas, right? They do it during practice? No. Do they do it like where? Where did they
Yeah.
do it? So apparently, this is coming from Jacob Slavin's wife. They go to the Slavin household, and they go to Slavin's, I'm assuming his man cave, and they giggle and play all night
Yeah.
like children. And practice these storm surges. They come up, they scratch out their ideas, and they come up with the next 2 or 3 storm surges,
Right.
and
I
see
mean, do
how
they
it plays
like
out.
draw straws to figure out who's going to lead it?
I
Whose
think
idea?
they
It's just
all
whoever
know,
does good that night.
Not necessarily.
so?
I mean, McGinn was all right, but
Yeah.
I think it's whoever comes up with the idea. I believe becomes the ringleader. I can see McGinn wanting to be Thor.
I vote the goalie gets
So
to do
awesome.
one. Come on. Let the goalie lead
I'm
it.
sure they will at some
can
point.
Can you not see like
Yeah,
look like when
sure.
Slavin led it? It was the Harry Potter one. It was the
Yeah.
Quidditch celebration. Okay, come on, can you guys
Do we
not
know
see
that was
Slavin?
officially Quidditch? Did we know
Yes,
that it
yes,
was?
yes.
Okay. I didn't
They're
know.
all riding their brooms.
Okay.
I mean, come on, you guys not see Slavin
Yeah.
when being a Potterhead? I can definitely see Slavin being a Potterhead.
Absolutely.
Him and his wife are just
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah, they are very cute.
She is one of the nicest people I've gotten to meet out of the
She
players'
is.
lives.
She's very nice.
I think it does more than one thing. You know, when you're at practice, you're at work, and sometimes players don't spend enough time with each other off and off work and get to learn each other more. I think as time gets by, I think the Hurricanes are turning the corner. I think they're going to be one of the best teams in the league because of this. A lot of people don't realize that there's so much turnover from last year, player wise, that a lot of these players haven't really got to know each other very well. I'm looking forward to seeing Martin Akers a couple of games. I don't think he's going to play very often this year. To protect him from the upcoming
Expansion draft.
From going to Seattle. And that's scaring me right now.
Well, that's not going to happen until 2020.
Right. So I think there's a limit of how many games he could play over the next 2 years. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, they need to keep turning that corner because they got some big games coming up. We got at Ottawa tomorrow at 1 p.m., a early game.
I like those early
I don't know. Matinee games can
Well,
go
it's good
to,
for the weekend. If it's that random, like,
But
if
they
that
don't do it
random
very
one in the middle of the
often.
week.
They
that
don't do it very
messes with
often. I
me.
think
No.
they only did it once last year when we played the Toronto Retinas.
Well,
It seems-
just wait.
tends
Just
to
wait
be
for
on
later.
Sundays.
Just listen to the times. All right. After them, we stay on the road. We go to Long Island. I don't know if it's at Nassau or if it's at Barclays.
Doesn't
think
matter.
it's-
We need to
We
break
need
the
to beat
curse.
the Islanders.
We need to break the curse. They cannot
That-
sweep us.
That is Tuesday the 8th at 7 p.m. The Islanders are currently 8 points ahead of us.
Right. And here's what I got to say. We are 11 points out of the division lead. It
8
is
points out of playoff spot.
8 points out of the playoff spot, but 11 points, just 3 more out of a division lead. This division is tight. So these wins against division opponents are critical.
Yep. And then after that, we got. Ooh, this is going to be a fun stretch right here. Thursday, the 10th, 7:30 at Tampa.
Right. So this game is going to be our
Will we get
biggest struggle.
Kuznetsov?
I don't know, but this game will be our biggest struggle this year, and I quite honestly think we can win it. I'm not sure, but I think if we win this game against Tampa, it will really put the bullseye on us.
Next day,
Yeah.
the very next day, we come home. Skinner comes home.
Buffalo.
comes in on the 11th at 7:30.
That's cool.
Here's the thing about that game, and I'm going to say right now. I think Skinner's going to get a great response from the fans. They still love him. They don't blame him for the trade.
Oh,
The Buffalo fans are going to come here in force, of course, as they always do.
And I will still say Buck Buffalo.
We can say that because it's technically not a curse.
It's PG.
It is PG.
Technically.
Oh, technicalities is how you win a battle.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
All right. But that's going to be a big game. After that, another Sunday matinee game. Sunday, 1 o'clock, 1:13. Your boy comes to town with the Nashville
Yes, sir.
Predators.
And
Yes, I already got tickets to that, and I'm super stoked.
me too. And it's my birthday.
Happy
Hurricanes.
birthday.
Hurricanes. We need Stormy to bring her some cake.
Aw, that would be so cute.
Come on.
And then throw it in her face.
No.
I am
Do
sitting
not
right
do that.
next to the visiting team's
Don't do
locker
that.
room.
Okay,
I
we're
mean-
we're gonna tweet at the Canes like every other day to get that to happen.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Well,
But-
I'm super excited about Nashville coming to town because the last time they were here, that was the free game in the preseason.
It was amazing.
that was so exciting.
And that was a tense game. If that game can retain that tense moments and really
Yeah.
kind of kickstart this team, remind them of what they were going into the season, then maybe there's hope.
I mean, I know we love to hate that guy, but I really love him, and I'm so excited.
I like Rene. I like Pekka
Oh, I
Rinne.
love Pecorine. We got a.
Pekarine's a good guy. Got a signature right there.
Yeah, we got him to sign a puck at the preseason
right.
game, so that was really, really cool. But it's my birthday, and I get to be a Preds fan like maybe once or twice a season. So sorry, guys, I'm gonna be on the visiting side, but hey,
You
I
will be
still-
wearing
We don't know her
stuff.
anymore.
I'm very happy that
We don't know you.
Whoever
Hey,
wins.
as
Who
long,
are you? We
as
don't know.
long as you wear some Kane stuff,
Oh,
we'll
I'll be
forgive
wearing
you.
Kane stuff when I go to Nashville. That might be a different story, but we're not.
Who are you?
But here's the thing, though.
They're
You're not playing the
Canes.
Canes.
That's
you're,
right.
You're
they're
fine.
not playing the Canes.
That's fair. And they're in a whole different
And I'll be
division
away
anyways.
from home.
And
They're
a
a whole
conference.
different conference, yeah.
All right. After that brief stint in the Western Conference, we come back and have to travel to Madison Square Garden to take on King Lundqvist and the Rangers on
Awesome.
Tuesday, the 15th at 7 p.m.
I think by this time, the Rangers will be fully embracing the tank.
Right now, they're only one win under us.
Right, but I mean, we've got to climb, but at least we got some easy
Yeah.
opponents. They don't.
They got crushed by the Avalanche yesterday.
Right, and I think that's going to be the turning point for them.
All right. After that, we got a 3-day rest till Friday the 18th when
don't
the
like
Senators
rest play.
when the Senators come to town.
Another W.
7:30.
I'll take that W easy.
Yeah.
No, I was just say that's a trap game to be sure.
Oh yeah.
But I think we handled the Flyers well. I think we could do the same with the Senators.
All right. Sunday the 20th, 9:30. We travel to above the border to Edmonton.
Taking on McDavid and the Oilers.
They have like the
At least they don't have Zekov anymore.
Oh yeah, they got rid of him.
They
Who
went-
has him now?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Has got Zekov
Who
now.
picked up Phil?
That's
Phil
not
The
bad.
Preds.
DiGiuseppe. The Predators.
Preds.
He
Yes,
almost
they did.
scored yesterday.
So Phil's coming in.
Yay.
Oh, he's gonna be mad too.
Oh.
That's if they play him.
Now,
Yeah,
the-
true.
I believe it's the first time we're going to see our old friend. Tuesday, the 22nd of January, 9 p.m., we take
Hi,
on
Bill Peters.
Bill Peters in Calgary.
Oh, sorry.
At
Noah
Calgary.
Hannafin. I miss you so much.
Lindholm.
Oh,
Derek Ryan, who are you?
All right. After that, we continue with our Canadian streak when we go to Vancouver on the 23rd, 10:30 on
We haven't
ESPN
played-
Plus.
We haven't played them since like game 4?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was the fourth game of the
And we
season.
won in a weird game.
Yeah, I think Svechnikov needs to play his hardest that game so we can put the Pedersen to the.
Here's the fun thing, though. It's on ESPN Plus.
It's
Weird.
Vancouver.
Well,
They're weird.
after that, we have our, I believe it's the All-Star break.
Yeah.
I believe after that.
Yes.
Because we don't have another
Yeah, at the
game
end of
until
January.
February.
So is ESPN Plus just ESPN Ocho?
Basically, it's ESPN, but they put a bunch of extra stuff on there. Like,
Dodgeball?
if you're like me
ESPN
and
Extra.
if you're like me, if you're like me and cheer on and support an English soccer team or something like that, they put a lot of those on there. They put a lot of extra college sports on there and other random things that you normally wouldn't get to see on ESPN. Like this morning, I was watching.
Welcome to ESPN Ocho. I mean
Yeah.
ESPN Plus.
Like this morning, I was watching the FA Cup.
we will show you stuff you've never seen anywhere else, like soccer.
Hey, I don't care about what you guys say about
Just
soccer.
this
I'm a
interesting
fan.
sport.
I am a fan.
Okay.
Where 22 men on a field of grass chase a round circular object all the way and try to score.
And can't touch it.
It's the same scene as your local bar scene.
Good. But
Oh my God, you guys are such terrible people.
But the February 1st game is another game that I'm very excited about because
Vegas.
they are my other non-Kane favorite team, and I have a Flurry puck I want to get signed. So
Zekov
maybe
comes
that-
back to town.
Vegas.
I like.
Zekov comes back to town to unleash his Russian madness upon us. Good
Okay,
thing we
I
have the
said
ultimate
Vegas.
Russian defense.
I said Vegas enough. Let's go. We're getting another plane. Let's go to Vegas.
Oh, that would be
that game's
so
We're
really-
leaving
good.
right now. Let's go.
Oh,
We should go.
I don't have money.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, that's why you go to Vegas, to make money.
I have a traveling mind, but not a traveling wallet.
True.
Hey, I've never flown in a commercial plane in my life.
That's why
so-
VR exists.
Right. It's not the same.
Experience
It's
Vegas without
cheating.
having to pay for everything.
Or the weird moment when you wake up and you're married to someone else.
Or there's a tiger in your room.
Well, that would be a very bad thing.
Or Mike Tyson.
Or Mike Tyson.
Wondering why you have his tiger.
Man, this has been a fun episode.
Oh, yeah. I think it's been a very long episode. I think we're rolling about a little over an hour now.
That's
I don't
fine.
know why you put a time limit on us.
We don't really have a time limit. It's more like you guys just put more work on me.
It's definitely going to be a good editing one.
Oh,
We've got a lot,
God.
you got a lot of editing to do.
Fun. So we're
Yeah.
going to edit all this out.
Yeah, if you're wondering, I'm the one who edits everything.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Good luck.
And most of the videos you see on Twitter and all that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach does good work with that.
Photoshop
Because
is usually Omar.
I am not a I'm
I mean-
not a tech person. You know, you
Or
can have
actually
it.
use Photoshop. It's paint.
It's paint.
It's MS Paint.
I'm
Yeah.
a wizard with that.
You're a wizard,
Yeah,
Omar.
that's not so good. I mean, I've got two
I
jobs
know.
and kids. I don't have time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we don't need the police sniffing in our direction, so get rid of the evidence.
Whoop whoop. Is it on the police?
Wee wee.
All right. Events that we might be doing coming up. Fayetteville Marksman, they're doing a pop and puck event on what was it, the 12th?
Yes.
We might be attending.
Fun.
It's a game right
Omar's
after.
Omar's thinking about it. I might go.
It's the game right after the Buffalo game. Also, another good time to go would be during the All-Star break. So on the 27th, and they're on the 25th, 26th, and 27th, they're having a 3-day back-to-back-to-back.
Go to at least one.
Yeah, go to at least one. Tickets are cheap. The food is cheap. The arena is actually awesome.
Parking is cheap.
Yeah, I think parking is free.
That's cheap.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
I like that kind of cheap.
Yeah, good
All
cheap,
right.
yeah. But no,
Go.
Marksmen are doing great. It's fun hockey to go to. They're really trying to vamp up and do their part in keeping hockey in Carolina. So go give them
Go do it.
the love
Sounds
they
good.
deserve.
I probably won't make that one, but
You'll make it to eventually.
oh well, yeah.
I believe
It's my
NC
birthday
State.
weekend, I'm gonna
I
be
believe
there.
NC State and UNC are doing another game at PNC soon. Those are usually free. They encourage donations, but it's a great
With
time.
Minter.
With Minter.
Which one?
But it's a great
That's
time.
free Minter. You know how hard it is to get. You
Oh,
know how hard it is to get free Minter. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
We love you,
we got it.
Minter.
We got it at the sled hockey thing,
it's
and
true.
we'll get it again when they come back.
and we got it at the police charity one.
Oh
He was
yeah,
there.
you with your police stuff.
Say hey. What can I say?
She's cheating.
Police officer goal.
Hey, well, how cool is it that RPD has a hockey team? Come on.
That is cool. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, no one expects like a Southern police force to have a hockey team.
Yeah.
And it's all for Special Olympics.
Another event that at least me and Omar are highly considering doing is the Red Eye Rowdies. We're doing a Takeover Charlotte event
Ooh.
where we're going to go down to Charlotte for a Checkers game on February the 23rd. It's Godzilla night.
Hey.
Wow, that was
sounds like
actually
fun.
good.
I mean, that sounds fun. I might consider that one.
Yeah,
Or
we're
should
still
we
waiting
all
on
sit in the
details.
group?
We're still waiting on details on all that.
He's
He's coming out
details.
soon.
We
He's
won't
coming
be
out
too
soon.
far behind when
I've
we
never
get
been
to
to a
loudly
Checkers
sheer
game.
on Ned. But
Yeah.
when I say sheer, more like noises until
I have
Ned goes,
something
"What
planned."
is going on up there?"
I have something planned. But yeah, more details about like ticket information and stuff like that are coming out. Is going to come out pretty soon from our good friend KP and the Red Eye Rowdies.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's all the hockey events that we have planned so far. Any other random events?
Not really. All right.
I'll-
To the listener base, if you see any of us,
Eva.
come talk to us.
Yeah,
We've got
come say
stickers and fun
hi.
stuff to give you.
We try to
And
sit
a good
together games,
conversation.
but sometimes it doesn't work.
And good conversation. Take pictures with us. We want
Yeah.
pictures with you.
Spread the
prove-
word.
Look, we're just trying to prove that hockey belongs in Carolina. And if you guys come talk to us, ask us questions. Hey, could you talk about this next time? Maybe there's something you know that we don't know.
Spread the fan base, man.
Teach us.
I'll be at PNC on the 28th at the Metallica concert. I'm trying to think.
Tonight.
Yeah.
I want to go.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the random events that I can think of.
So what games?
If
are
you have
we-
a hockey, if you have a random hockey event out there and you want us to maybe show up, well, send us
Ooh,
a
that'd
shout
be
out.
fun. Yeah.
Send
Oh,
us
yeah.
a shout out. We might come.
What games are you going to be at? Do you know of right now?
I think I'm going to the Buffalo game.
I think I am
At
too.
the moment, I'm planning on going to the Nashville one. I still gotta get tickets.
Definitely.
Yeah,
gonna
I've
be
got
there.
tickets to the Nashville one, and I think I'm planning on going to the Buffalo game
Yes.
as well.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm there for both.
We'll
of those
we'll
two.
see what this new job I'm getting.
Because homegrown is the 11th,
entails.
right? Is that one?
Is that a homegrown game?
I don't
I think
know,
so.
but it might.
There, I
No,
don't
we-
have
Add
I don't have
another
my
poster
calendar
to
up
the
yet.
wall.
Or January?
Add
Maybe
another
it's the
poster to
18th
that
is homegrown.
wall.
I don't know.
I've got somebody's got a couple posters for me to put up. I got the Whalers poster and the last homegrown.
I got posters for Ghost Kyle too. So
Yay,
I think we got a couple posters for Ghost Kyle.
yeah, we miss you, Kyle.
Come back.
We missed you
All right, he's not actually dead, people. I know we've mentioned this before, but he's not actually
He's not
dead.
dead.
He's just on deployment.
deployment. Yes.
He'll be back eventually.
We support
He's
you.
doing great stuff.
Wow, it just sounded like you were in Soviet Russia.
That
In
doesn't
Soviet
sound
Russia, the military don't care what they do.
What?
I don't know, because Soviet Russia don't exist.
Edit.
All right, so the I think the next homegrown
You just passed it.
is
The
yeah,
11th.
it is. It's
Yeah.
versus the Sabres, so it is a great game to go
Wow,
to.
Jeff Skinner comes
Yeah.
back, and it's a homegrown game.
Yeah,
Okay, so
no.
two things we got to say before we close this out.
Yes.
Number one, if you do go to this game, they are doing the military drive,
Yes.
right?
Do
So
that.
so
Bring
Omar.
stuff.
so it's for the military drive. Granola bars, chewing gum, beef jerky. As a service member myself, we love getting these things. Okay, so when we
Yeah.
get these boxes when we're downrange, a lot of times all these soldiers they don't have an extended family who send them stuff, and it's always nice for them to still get something.
Mhm.
You know, especially when they see their brothers in arms open up these huge boxes and their family members send them everything under the sun, and they share with them, of course, because that's what we do. It's still a little bit of guilt, taken from your brother right now. But if you get your own box, even if it's donated, it connects you to the American people, it connects you with everyone, and it makes you feel appreciated. Even if you don't approve politically, these people aren't signing up for political reasons.
your
They're
political
signing
opinion, yeah.
they're signing up because they want to defend you, because they care about you and they love you. Let's love them back.
They're doing that so you can have that opinion.
Yeah, so please bring stuff to donate. Those who do donate will be entered to win either tickets with a post-game meet and greet.
Signed
There's
jerseys.
signed jerseys, a couple hockey sticks. I think Pesci, Slavin hockey sticks. Maybe a picture, autographed TVR picture, or a Justin Falk autographed puck. So
Those are
please.
great. And then, speaking of military, the next one is the Military Appreciation Night.
Yeah, the next one is the Military Appreciation Night, and that's the game against Nashville, and that game continues the military drive. Me, myself, even though I am already a service member, I'm going to bring something to this.
Of course.
Because
If I go, I will bring something.
Oh,
so,
Otherwise, I just give it to you.
yeah, so
And then you bring it.
yeah, exactly. But no, bring stuff. All right, so the final thing that we're going to close off today with.
We're going to stop, I promise.
Okay, the final thing. I want everyone who's listening right now, either you're watching us right here or you're listening to us later on any of the devices, right? Wherever you're subscribed on. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But I want you to, once this episode's over, once the outro is done, go to www.nhl.com/vote and vote my boy Teuvo Teravainen.
Vote for
and
Turbo.
Send him to San Jose with Sebastian Aho, who, congratulations, is an all-star. Well, make Turbo an all-star too, because he deserves it.
Absolutely.
Sebastian Aho, Sepe, Seabass, Fishy
All of them.
needs his wingman.
Yeah.
It would be the first time we've had multiple All-Stars since we've actually hosted the event.
So please go vote for Turbo.
Vote.
Vote for Turbo.
Vote,
and
vote,
you know what?
vote,
We're going
vote.
to end this right here so you can go vote.